All right, we are back. Gonna keep playing our city of Venice here in City Skyline. We're gonna do City Skyline for at least another hour or so. At the very least, we'll see how it goes. At some point, we are gonna play some multiplayer TF2 with our subscribers, but for now, we continue to build Venice. So, a few things. I can't list the mods where I am now. We listed the mods at the start of the series. I'll try to cover them again when we get to the end of it. There's not that many gameplay mods in effect right now, other than, you know, like the 25 tiles, basically. I'm not making use of too many things. And the auto bulldoze, which is kind of handy. But the other thing that came up is some people were saying, why don't I build a cargo harbor over here? The problem is cargo ships can't reach this area. As you can see here, there's line of sight issues. Well, it's saying space is already occupied. But it's this thing that's in the way. I just missed it. It was Angel something. And it's not in the chat. Oh, there it is. Angel Goat just subscribed. Hey, Angel Goat. Thanks for the sub. So, I could put a harbor over here, though. Now that I look at it. I have to buy this tile. Oh, no, I can't. That's literally outside the limits. It's impossible to buy that. Is there somewhere I could tuck it in? If I didn't have that little rampy bit, would it be possible? No, it looks like either the highway or the border is going to be in the way. Oh, but here. Out of city limits. Is it really? We can find something. If I were to be willing to bulldoze this, we could get another harbor here. But it's not on Industrial Island. You can see there's a route over here. We're going to be able to build some ships here. And here, if we expand to over here, we'll be able to build some ships. And actually, here as well, which would be pretty awesome, actually. Why don't we focus on doing that? Right here. That's as close to everything else as we can get. So we can get another harbor going there. Also, there's more fertile ground over here. Ground. Grand. The grand's fertile. So we can technically expand the Qtopia fields over here if we would like. Maybe all the way to over here, like that. And then, let me move this temporarily. You know, spend a little extra money, but it's cheaper than bulldozing it. What if we made this all... Ooh, that's occupied there. Indeed it is. Let me reshape this area. Well, that sort of has to go down to ground level regardless. Monkey schmunks. Thanks for subscribing. We can't go straight through there. We can do a little bit of an angle and just dodge because there's a little support there. I mean, you know, maybe we could bulldoze and rebuild or something, but you know, let's pretend we don't want to do that all the time. Let me get rid of this road completely. And why don't we make it a curvy road? Something that sort of comes through here. And then along the shore like this. And like that. And then for this harbor. Oops. I actually want this one here. Because that's the road. That's the road that's hard-coded into the harbor, so we're not going to do anything fancy with it. We're going to do something like that. We could even get another passenger one over here, which we will visit soon. So let's get some more farmland going on. We can expand Qtopia Fields, first of all, over here. Again, you know what? Let's go and use the curvy tool and build something that goes along the shore. Kind of like that. And then A little crooked, but it's farmland. Who cares? And then we can just box assign that like that. Farmland needs water. I think the one downside to agricultural stuff is actually that it does need more water than most things, but obviously no pollution. That's all really, really, really good. What I might want to do over here is upgrade this. Oops. Move over the crematorium. Like that. And then bridge across here. Oh, it's even a cool looking bridge. Nice. Like so. And I'm even going to go and pull back a little here and make that into a bridge. Just to shave one of these intersections off, because it would slow things down a wee bit. Let me actually start here, elevated, get exactly what we need, and then connect up on both sides. Space already occupied. Oh, there we are. Like so. We might want to get rid of this as well. Well, leave it for now. We're going to evaluate things later on. We could also make this a one-way or some damn thing. Just cut back on one extra intersection. We'll see how it goes. Alright, we are going to need power out here. And water. Let's just run a big water line for now. Let's try to cover the south part of the island. So if I draw it like this, that should cover everything in the south. So yeah, we'll just keep going on a straight line like that. And connect it up to the rest of the network over here. And we'll need a big temporary power line. We won't need it necessarily later when everything gets developed, but for now we're going to be okay. All right. So hopefully, it looks like vehicles were already shipping over here, even though it didn't have any power yet. Hey, facility is empty. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get rid of this garbage dump completely. Also, these power lines don't need to exist anymore. Whoa! Apparently I'm wrong. Oh, look at that. Hey, Zombie Gun! Thanks for the sub. Yes, we do need power over there. Some places are complaining about not having enough workers. What kind of workers are you looking for? Uneducated workers. Yeah, we're educating too many people. Or these things just need to level up, which means they actually want more service access. They don't have any healthcare nearby. I'm not sure if that's something they actually demand. Although, it might be. And people do get sick over here in industrial areas. So let's go ahead and hospital right over here. Does make them happy. They don't need parks. They want transit. We need maybe a little bit more fire thing. I think we'll end up building a big fire station over here later on. And they don't really have police either. If I build a big police station over here, will it cover that? Mostly. Oh, I can tuck one in on the other side, though, so that's good. Spot a oh! We don't really want the police to have to deal with a traffic jam right away. Maybe I'll build it on the other side. Right over here. So this should help things level up. Operating normally, operating normally. How do I get it to, like, start prompting me? It needs to be covered by more services. Now, just building a subway may do something. They shouldn't need schools. They've got everything else. They shouldn't need schools or parks to feel like they want to upgrade. We'll have to see, though. Alright, overall, traffic situation has definitely improved, though. Right? Much better? As one poopy river, it is. Someone built a city that used, like, basically everyone walked on pedestrian paths. So the roads were basically empty for, that's interesting. for just the service vehicles. That is actually really interesting. Yeah, so we don't have enough uneducated things. So really what we just need, I mean, we've got huge residential demand. We just need more housing. So I'm going to build some of that around here. Some of it is fertile land, so I don't necessarily want to farm all of it. So I don't want to necessarily house all of it. I also want to make sure I don't have housing that's too close to the industrial area. But it makes a lot of sense. Also, I'm a little low on money because I'm building a lot. Where do I want to expound? Oh, I mean, I could just actually keep filling out this land over here, which might not be a bad idea. We don't need any of these power lines. These serve no purpose and are just occupying some space that we could be zoning. So fill in those gaps over there with my industrial area. And I don't know if there's anything missing over there. We'll make sure to do it. So I'm going to get some more low-density housing over here. I really don't want people to drive through. It might be a good idea to give them an alternate route. Even over here, we might want to go ahead and plop down a bridge. Like that. I mean, you want to avoid too much traffic through the residential areas. But it might not be too shabby. And let's keep making sort of pretty curved areas. Like that. Like that. And this is all going to be low density residential. Do they have water? Mostly, but not entirely. Like that. Power will come, so they'll be okay. Lots of demand for it, so it should fill up almost instantaneously. We're going to need some parks and stuff soon, too. But yeah, look, the demand for uneducated workers is just through the roof. I think I'm going to make a housing area over here. Hello, Funticus! Thanks for the sub. Funticus. Alright, I'm going to pull off something here. We're going to pause because we're going to be cutting power lines down. Something like that. Oh, then I ran out of money. Okay. Awesome. High density, maybe. I don't know. I mean, ultimately, we want a fair amount of high density in general. I guess I could start from this square, and then the marquee would be oriented the way that I would want. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to reconnect the power. Oh, well, let's just high density all this up. It's going to get replaced pretty heavily later on. And there's no water that goes anywhere over here. But right now, we've got a huge commercial, or a residential desire, so we may as well supply it. A wee bit. Power. Alright, let's connect it up so it's there. Obviously, these power lines will have to go at some point. Also, there's no water there. There's water for some of it, but not enough. So if we go from here and we go 440, that should allow minimal overlap. This is such a nice little magic number. Something like that. I mean, we're putting half our stuff out to sea there, so we're not necessarily being as efficient as we could be. But there we go. Power is sufficient. Water is more than sufficient. Excellent. Oh, we're going to need more garbage services over here. Lots of stuff is going to be needed over here ultimately. But, oops, really? Who? That's right, that makes sense. Yeah, we really have to wait for more of this area to fill in. But it will. And then we'll get rid of those power lines. Yep, I know we still need education. I mean, most of this is actually going okay. We are relatively within our capacity. So we're basically right where we are with our elementary schools. Our high school, we do need an extra one. University is still fine for now, and we will need education over here. We just have to wait for the money to catch up again. Okay, our residential demand has actually dropped considerably. think I'm going to make some low-density commercial right there, so people have a localized shopping district. The low density doesn't generate that much noise pollution either, so it should keep people relatively satisfied. On what map am I playing? I'm playing on the map of Venish. It's a map that I made. It is available on the Steam Workshop. It's made using actual height data from Venice. Yeah, this cargo ship is really not dumping much off, which is kind of a shame. And this island is going to be kind of boring and linear, and I really want to try to avoid that. And it's not super space efficient, but these curves do help for things like this, to just kind of break up the look of things. Still lots of commercial desire. Maybe we'll go ahead and make some high density commercial over here. And let me go and make low density commercial on this side of things as soon as this resets itself. So again, the noise pollution doesn't really carry over as much. I could also make some offices in some of these places too. There's not much industrial desire right now, but it will kick back in. So okay, these power lines don't need to exist, because the power within these blocks will continue to go. In fact, even here it will reach, which gives us the ability to go and just rezone the little missing bits in between here. How come you don't have any water? Because you don't have any water. Okay, fair enough. Where's the little block? There it is. And yeah, as soon as I get some money, there will be another, like, passenger harbor over here. Ooh, the lineup's not quite right. Let's do something like that. Actually, the money's coming in really good. 12 grand right now. Very, very nice. Might go ahead and put that down right away. Ooh, I forgot this one's 80,000. Let's wait just a tiny bit here. Things are still coming in. If we look at the power, it technically does wrap around there, so technically we can get rid of this stuff. And if we end up with another power fault, I might just connect things with parks, which is one of my favorite tricks, to just fill in the gaps. I mean, we want parks here regardless. There we are. Still have some commercial desire. We'll probably drop some commercial over here, actually. Hey, Chaz, thanks for the sub. Rather than so much housing. Especially right by these harbors, actually. Yeah, because they're complaining about noise pollution anyway. You don't want to live here? I don't want you to live here either. So instead, we're going to go and high density commercialize it. Erasing zones with the paint bucket does not always catch everything, for some reason. Erasing zones with the paint brush or the marquee tool is much more reliable. You have water that reaches all the way out here? Yes, you do. Good. Money is good, coming in very aggressively, very nice. So yes, we're going to go ahead and drop in a regular harbor right here. I'm not going to connect it up to the same road as the other one, though, because I want to minimize how much traffic is coming in and out of these places. Do one of those. Actually, like, really chunkified these. Maybe a little bit more than I wanted. I could have probably cut a little bit more efficiently, but, you know, whatever. Make sure that's covered. And eventually we will want a metro. For now, we're going to keep bussing it up. Let's go ahead and get this going. So we're going to want a bus station literally in front of there. And then we're going to want a variety of bus stops along this route, and then into maybe the... Actually, for the harbor, they're not really going to be going to the residential areas so much. They're mostly going to be visiting commercial districts. Yeah, and you're going to have to loop around that way, huh? Yeah, if I want you to stop on that side of the road. But if I want to do this... Oh, you'll still prefer this. Really? No, let's force you to come in here. Oh, it's because I don't have a good exit there. I see. All right, that's fine. Well, may as well make another pit stop over here. That's nothing wrong with that. And then there. And then here. And you know what? We may as well service this area. And then come out over there. Did I... Do I have like an extra random line over here? think that's what's happening. Pop out of this mode, go into the info mode. So this over here, let's color this red. So that's, what is line is this? Number 9. So is there another bus line over here? Definitely looks like it's connected. Why is it complaining about this? Malicious technology. Quill, your content kicks star star star. Found you from RimWorld, loving City Skyline. Thank you very much. Crazy. I'm sure bus line number 9 is fine. Or maybe it's not. What? What did I miss? Here, we'll actually go and... No, we'll go this way right away. I don't want it too close to the intersection. What? Why is it doing that? It's obviously connected. Everything is fine. We'll just wait and see if we get buses over here. Not enough buses? Well, one bus depot should supply all the buses forever. One of the things I could do is I could put down another bus depot, but I'm sure that's not the situation. For the sake of argument, let's put down another bus depot over here, but that's not what's going on. Is there a chance it's because nothing's connected on the other side? Like, because this road doesn't keep going? It shouldn't be. You shouldn't have to do that. We might be a little low on power. That's not what the problem is, but it is part of our reality. I mean, I can do one of those, but that's not what's going on. Okay, we just, yeah, not enough electricity production. Let's go and get down a solar plant. Pricey, but very effective. Something to do with, like, the curvature of things is not properly connected. Now we're getting... Maybe I shouldn't start the bus line here. It's not connected. Pathing's messed up. No, it's not the unconnected road. People are very happy to make U-turns. And look at this. The pathing has already updated itself to use the other route as being slightly shorter. Let's just make the endpoint not be there. Let's put it there instead. I think there was some... It's something to do with maybe the height or the placement. It didn't like that being the endpoint. I just need to start the loop somewhere else. It's not this. It is absolutely not going to be this. They're very happy to U-turn. Buses will U-turn all day long. There's some other weirdness, maybe because of some sort of elevation thing, or I don't know what. In any case, there was even buses down here, so the bus line, I think, was working. I don't know. Anyway, let's go and bust it up a little bit more, because this residential area does not actually have its buses properly servicing everything. Connect to there as well. Why are you looping around? Right, okay. Why don't you do this? Start here. Go across there. Lovely. Oh, because my bus stop, I think, was maybe on the wrong side of the road from where I'd expected it. You're going to go there, come down here, then come up over there. Nice little local loop. Excellent. And then it is very tricky. For the subway, it's really easy to start a line somewhere where you've already got it. There we go. Start a new line. But it can be really tricky with the bus routes, I find. So I'm just going to connect up to a couple other little areas over here. And, is there not a bus stop over here? Seems like there should be. And then where did we start? Right over here. There we are. And again here, I want to start. There it is. I don't want to move. I want to start in the same place. And it's because of that the move function that it sometimes gets a little bit kerfuffled. So what we'll do is we'll loop down to here. So you can see buses very happy making a U-turn there. So there's nothing here yet. But if you build it, they will come. Like so. All right. So good connections. Let's take a look at our budget and see how much we're making from transit. So we're pulling in 1,400. How much are we paying for it? We're paying 11,000. Now, the buses aren't quite paying for themselves. The buses are bringing in 1,000, and I'm paying 1,400 in maintenance there. Oh, partially it's because I did build this extra bus depot, which is absolutely not required. It can minimize some of the travel distances, but it is not required. Maybe we'll leave them there, because why not? But mostly it's the harbors and the train stations which are costing me money. Now, in theory, they are helping us overall with their industry. In theory. Yeah, by the way, I'm not, my mods are, like, routinely way too nice. If I were watching the chat, some people would be getting banned much, much more frequently. So you guys have to appreciate how kind and patient our mods are with some of the people in the chat. You guys are lucky that I'm not watching as carefully as I could be. Alright, so we got a nice bottleneck of boats here. Oh, nice big loads. Alright. Lots of farm trucks seem to be preferring this area over here, which is okay. I mean, we could widen this road too, but I don't think there's going to be a real bottleneck in any way, shape, or form. And I'm actually quite happy that they're okay. Still a little bit of demand for commercial. So let's go and bulldoze, or not bulldoze, but D-zone a wee bit of this area here. Put in some of that. We might get a little bit of noise pollution issues, but you know, we'll deal with that when we deal with it. Fire protection, schools, all that really does have to be developed over here, so that is a good time to do it. I'm also going to need a little bit more incineration. I put here, obviously there will be some pollution. Hopefully we're far enough away from these buildings to not bother them too much. We're going to need a big ambulance service. Should I put him here? I think I can't really fit it in. There we go. Sort of between intersections. Give them a couple options for U-turnage. We're going to want a crematorium, say, in this neighborhood. Probably another one over here. We can put it right next to the incinerator, so that... just because we're going to use up this space with not housing, so they won't be bothered by the pollution. We're a little low on cash, because I would like to build the big station. They just have much, much bigger coverage.